Hi, this is Nick Bowcott reporting from the NAMM show in Anaheim, LA. I used to play with Grim Reaper in a past life, now I work for Marshall Amps. You are watching the best metal show on this planet, Bay Area Rocks.
You're watching Bay Area Rocks, and we're here at the Marshall booth at NAMM. And why don't we have you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is David Beckham. I'm a very famous footballer. No,
You sound like him. This is Nick
I don't look
Bowcott.
like him. Yeah, I'm Nick Bowcott. Nice to meet you.
Sweet. So let's talk a little bit about Grim Reaper, and let's also talk about the Signature Series and the custom Marshall amps.
Okay, so what do you want to know about Grim Reaper?
Oh, I don't know. How about when you guys started, and also, where you guys have played all the festivals you've played, and also like to know what you're doing now musically.
Right. Grim Reaper I formed it with two guys in 79, I believe, and it morphed over time. We did very well in England with all the metal charts. We won 2 Battle of the Bands competitions. The second one got us some studio time in a studio where Diamond had recorded, and as a result of that demo, we got signed to this stupid little label called Ebony, who screwed us royally. So we recorded See You in Hell in 3 days in this guy's house. It was a house.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And our idea with the take is if you started together and finished together, it was a take. Because we've been playing this stuff for 6 years. We knocked that album together, then RCA heard it and took it in America, and for some reason people liked it, especially See You in Hell, so it kind of took off. And then we had the honor of touring this country 3 times. The Ebony contract was horrible. We didn't make any money. And to make it worse, because Ebony was stupid and greedy, they signed a deal with RCA on our behalf, which meant we got screwed twice and didn't even get kissed. So the bottom line is we didn't make any money, but then RCA found a clause in the contract. They signed us direct. We did Rock You to Hell properly in a real studio with Max Norman, which is one of the highlights of my career, because Max did the Ozzy Osbourne stuff with one of my heroes, Randy Rhoads. We did that. Then we went on to do we headlined the Hell on Wheels tour with Halloween Armored Saint, and Armored Saint were amazing. And we were about to write the 4th record when a lawsuit happened, and lo and behold, that kind of killed the band ultimately. So RCA kept me, relocated me to New York. I put together a different band, and then for happenstance, I ended up being a writer. So I started writing for Circus Magazine, then Guitar World, and started working for Marshall.
And you do instructional videos too.
Yeah, I just there's one finishing up. We did a Dime thing, which is something I'm very close to my heart because he was one of my dear friends.
I see that.
And one of the best guitar players that's ever graced this planet. We just finished that, and that's based on the book. That's based on the Riff of Madness book that I had the honor of doing with him, that spawned from the columns we did for Guitar World. So I was like his ghostwriter, which basically meant I engineered and mixed. I didn't put words in his mouth. He dotted every I and crossed every T.
Wow.
So that was cool. We were supposed to do 6. We did over 50 in the end because it was so popular. And he was actually going to come back for another run when that horrible thing happened on December 8th. So, and as regards playing now, I play maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but it's always involved with the Dime thing. So it's really cool, number one, because it's for a great cause. I was musical director. That we did a Dime bash at the Key Club on October 29th of last year. And we had an amazing cast of characters. We had Jerry Cantrell and Mike Inez from Alice in Chains, Lemmy from Motorhead, Brent, Zach, and Eric from Shinedown, Phil and Rob from Machine Head, Joey Jordison on drums, Kerry King, Dave Lombardo, Chuck Billy, Jose from MTV. He was the compere. We had 2 of the guys from Puddle and Mud who were really cool. So we ended up we did a set of 16 songs, and every single time the bands changed, I did my tribute. And the cool thing of all is that because Rita's such a good soul, she decided that all of the money should go to the Stand Up and Shout Ronnie James Dio Cancer Fund Foundation.
Right.
So it was really cool. So we sold at the club in an hour, and over 11 grand was raised, and it was given to Ronnie's wife. So.
And I think it's sweet that you guys were selling bags here, the Marshall bags, for $1 to go towards the foundation for Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah, the cool thing was, Ronnie James Dio is one of the best singers to ever grace this planet. He's up there with the Rob Halfords of this world, and there'll never be another Ronnie James Dio. Tiny guy, enormous voice. So, sorry, someone was taking a picture, so they got the good one. So anyway, yeah, we had an overstock of bags, and you're really not supposed to sell at this show, but I spoke to Wendy and said, look, I've got like 4,000 bags and I'd like to sell them to donate. And she said that would be wonderful. So we've got a DO cabinet. And the good folk at NAMM said, it's not a selling show, but because of what you're doing, we will let you get away with it.
Yes. Well, it's also good for the donations of it. It's for a good cause. So
that's the ultimate thing is what we put was like, a minimum of $1 donation. We had people giving $20, $5, $10. We had people buying multiples just to give to their friends. So we're basically what we're going to do is when we've tallied it all up, we're going to match it. So she's definitely going to get another over in excess of $10,000 for the fund. So, and it's the least we can do. It's for a great cause. And one thing I hate about heavy metal is the way the outside world views it. I love heavy metal. Man.
But there's some negative and there's some positive.
Yeah, no,
mostly positive.
A lot of people from outside look at it as a bunch of idiots who just worship Satan and drink too much, which is true in some cases. But if truth be told, the vast majority of people I've met in other bands are some of the coolest people on this planet. And I think it's really good when we can show the world that we're actually good people and we give a damn, and we do.
And we're smart.
Talking of smart, look at that attractive man. Anyway, I play twice a year, but for me to play, say, Walk with Dave Lombardo and Corey Taylor, to play Kiss songs with Vinnie Paul and Ace Frehley, and the guys from Stained, it's like, I'll take it.
Yeah, most definitely. Sounds like fun.
So I'll play twice a year and I'm done. It's like I get my fix.
Right on.
And then I get back to this.
Yes, let's talk about Marshall amps. So let's talk about the Signature Series.
Yeah, this guy, and he's not very well known. His name is Saul Hudson, also known as Slash. He's actually English, by the way. His tone on Appetite for Destruction is considered by many, rightfully so, as the quintessential rock tone, like the bedrock from which everything else comes. So we got together with him because the amp he recorded the album on, it was a hired amp. He rented it, liked it so much he stole it, went back to the studio. They stole it back. Well, they didn't really steal it back. They just took back what was rightfully theirs. Then it's disappeared. So what Slash managed to do was he actually got us the master tapes from Appetite for Destruction, isolated his guitar tracks, and with him we worked on creating an amp based on what we knew about that amplifier, and worked on it until it sounded and felt the way the actual one did. So this is the result. A year in the process, it's been well documented on the web because Slash let us do vlogs and all that stuff, and he was involved in it as well. Limited to 2,300 pieces, 100 for each year since, because it's the 23rd anniversary of Appetite. It sounds amazing. If you like Slash and you plug a Les Paul into this, you won't sound like Slash. You'll sound like yourself. Because that's the way it is. That's the way it rolls.
It'll be nice and loud and growly.
You'll sound better than you've ever sounded before in your life. And if you're into this, get one quickly, because when the 2,300 go, they're gone, and they're already sold out to stores. So once they're gone from the stores, that's it, no more. And the other one we have, if you come over here, is Yngwie J. Malmsteen, a little-known Swedish guy, probably the king of neoclassical shred. He's been a Marshall guy since day one, and Yngwie is this really funny dude. I love hanging out with Yngwie. He's hysterical. And by the way, I just had to point out that Slash, you couldn't wish to meet a nicer person. Very modest, very funny, very humble, just a pleasure to work with. And Yngwie's just a funny dude who plays his ass off, as does Slash. And he's always used Marshall from the very get-go. He's always used Marshall. And one of Yngwie says a lot of funny things, but my favorite one of his sayings recently is he says, I want only to be two man-made things you can see from space, the Great Wall of China and my Marshall backline. And he does. When he plays a place, he'll cram as much Marshall as he can physically get on the stage. And if it means his drummer being off to the side, he doesn't care. The drummer goes off to the side. It's cool. So he's the ultimate ambassador for us. So we were honored to work with him very closely on his signature head. It looks like a plexi, which is the head he uses, but if you reverse it, it's got built-in booster, built-in noise gate, built-in digital reverb, all done to his specs, and a bunch of other cool features. We're actually showing this a little bit early. It got leaked to the internet. People got very excited about it, but people also started making up shit. Can I say that? Make up? Can I say shit?
You can say whatever you want.
Good. So yeah, people started making up shit, so we wanted to put it right. So this will come out. This will be in the stores in April, but we wanted to let people know exactly what it was, see what it was, stop the speculation, and go, this is the real deal.
So you see it first here.
Yeah. And that's it. And we're here at the NAMM show. surrounded by people who are playing shitty guitar too much. That guy sucks. Marching bands, I don't care. And with the exception if you find some people asking really dumb questions.
Oh, thank you very much.
So, thank you.
Yes.
Metal.
Thank you so much for your time.
pleasure.
Awesome.